was said, my name is Justin Oglesby. I'm the Director of Partnerships at Dipley. For those of you that don't know what Dipley is, we're a social news and entertainment website. On behalf of the co-founders at Dipley, Taylor Ablett, Dean Alcoli, and Gary Manning, who unfortunately could not be here today due to a leadership retreat. Firstly, thank you to the Chamber of Commerce and the Judges Panel for considering Dipley for such a prestigious award. It's an absolute honor and a humbling experience to be considered among our fellow finalists, each as a pillar of the business community of London. I'd like to thank our staff who are truly deserving and deserve the credit of our success. We have such an amazing group of people at Dipley who are truly inspiring. We started 2015 with 16 staff, and by the end of the year we'd grown to 125.
Oh, wow.
We've achieved some amazing milestones this year. We are among the fastest growing websites in internet history, the largest website in Canadian history. We've climbed to the top 70 websites globally, top 30 rankings in the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK with over 850 million page views. To put that in perspective, that's larger than the New York Times, CNN, BuzzFeed, or LinkedIn.
My name is Tara Clisht, and I just want to say that we're so excited to have grown at the pace that we have in London. Justin and I are both proud Western grads, and over 60% of our team are UWO and Western grads. London will always be our home, and we really want to thank the London community for being so supportive of us. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Adam Campbell. This is my brother Blair Campbell. We are the Campbell Brothers of Campbell Brothers Movers. We are not the first generation of that. We are fifth generation family business. Over the past 5 years, we've become the largest mover in Canada with the direction of our father. It is a pleasure to have our head office and our mainstay right here in London, where the family has started.
The growth of our company can really be attributed to our father, Don Campbell, who's hiding in the back of the room. He'd like to say he's the shy one. But anyways, really throughout his stewardship, the company has grown to a group of companies. We're now in the corporate relocation business, as well as the record management business. And most recently, we opened Axel Realty and offer full service real estate service, both residential and commercial. So I'd like to say it is a great honor to be amongst you here in the room and our fellow nominees. And thank you for everyone who's supported us. And a big thank you to our father, who we probably wouldn't be here without.
So you wouldn't be. Hello, I am Joe Hassan, as this young man just introduced me. I started with, I knew you'd like that. BlueCon started in 1976. I started with BlueCon in 1976. I was only 4 years old. No, I'm only kidding. I was a little older than that. And we are the kind of the construction company, when you turn around the corner and you see all the roads ripped up, we're the company that you love to hate. We do good work when it's all done. You love us then, but you hate us when we're got it all ripped up. With my partner Mike, I started as a laborer, and then I became a machine operator, and then a superintendent and a general superintendent, and then eventually didn't like the boss. We bought him out. And Mike Turk is my partner, and in '91 we started. Him and I, we bought the company out, and we've been going since then, and it's been a great partnership, and it's an honor and a privilege to be nominated for this award, and thank you very much on behalf of BlueCon.
So thank you very much for having us here, and I'm honored to represent our team, which basically put Armatec here into London, into the place, and grew it. And I want to reference to the small businesses too. Get going, do it. In 1997 we started out of a basement, so it's all possible here in London. And now today we are up to this finalist award ceremony, and I think it's a long way. It was now since '97 trying to get to this stage. But with a strong team, and we have that team here in London with our education systems in Western and Venture College, very good. Also further abroad in Guelph. So there's a great level of skill around here, and we can make it all happen. We right now are close to 95–97% of export, and that is not only a business case for Armatec, that is a business case for London, that is a business case for Canada. We are able to bring new wells into the country, and that gives us employment here. And if somebody needs a job, we have about 30 job postings open and more to come. So time's looking good, and a great place to be in, and a great community. And again, all to the small businesses, keep going, keep hammering it, it will work. Thank you very much.
I just want to thank everybody for the nomination, and the Chamber and the judges for considering us. It's a real honor for us. 51 years in business here in London, third generation, so it's a real honor for us to be considered for the medium-sized business. Over the last 10 years, we've expanded across Canada, so our rentals are not only out of London. We have 7 corporate stores, and we ship 175 retailers across Canada our tuxedos. So that keeps things interesting. In the last 5 years, we've expanded to a full retail store as well, so everything from men's clothing to uniforms and even a full dry cleaning plant. So we've really expanded over the last 10 years, and we look forward to many, many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I did work out a little bit of script, but after listening to other people, I think it's maybe better to just wing it a little bit. My name is Patrick Malloy. Our company is Duo Building. We're general contractors, primarily carpenters. We're involved in the design-build business, and we're relentless at going after awards through the London Home Builders Association. I think you may have seen us out there. But I find that the London Chamber of Commerce Award is really very different, because you're being judged by your peers, by the broader community. So we're really thrilled with this. It's really a pleasure. And and this has been a real banner year for us with being nominated for the BAA. And I also started collecting my CPP, which is really interesting, which would also explain why I forgot my jacket at home before I got here. The basis of our business is we're very strong in carpentry. We're design builders. We do a lot of historical restoration work in the city. We belong to several different boards and homeless shelters and so on. But we are absolutely thrilled and thankful to the Chamber for carrying this, for hosting this event for us. Thank you. And good luck to everybody, all the competitors.
Thank you very much. We are just tickled to be here. This is a real treat for us, a real honor. So thanks to the Chamber, thanks to RBC. The nominating committee, the judges and the like, to our co-finalists who we're learning more and more about and respecting their business even more. I'm here with my partners, Jim Sheffield, Walter Gallagher, and Walter Sterling and Gerald Gallagher. You may know us as architects in town. Our business hit the papers this morning for a non-profit housing project we did, and the Roundhouse, which we've recently completed. We're delighted to be working at the museum, we're working at the library, and we're working at the convention center. So we're just proud to touch the pieces of the city that you see from time to time, and this building many years ago. So thank you very much. We're delighted to be here.
I'm Michael Dean, president at the Top Shop. We're honored for this. It's a great pleasure to be here and be nominated, so thank you for that, and the judges, and good luck to all the competitors. I don't get an audience much, so I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you the number one question over 31 years that's been asked of us is, do you do t-shirts? And the answer is no. Okay? Y'all got that? Countertops is what we do. Okay? I know y'all remember now. We're a family business. I'm second generation, and our business is a true family business in its essence. So we have 47 employees. I work with my dad and my stepmom and 2 of her brothers and a nephew and a wife there. And then there's 3 other families in our business with cousins and sons and daughters. And we figured it out, and 1 in 3 employees is related to somebody else in our company. So got its challenges, but it's pretty special too. So, you know, I look at it the good way. It's pretty special, and I still have dinner once a week with my dad and my sister and their families, and it's calm. But anyway, thanks everybody. Thank you very much.
Hi everybody. Oh my God. This is so exciting. I'm looking at all of you and congratulations. Honestly, it's such an honor to be in your presence. No, we're not the 5th generation, we're the 1st generation. And hopefully many more generations, or maybe someone will pay me God knows what kind of money and I'll just sell it and retire somewhere. We'll see about that. But who are we? Dustix Canada Cleaning Solutions. We've been up and running just a little bit over 3 years, well no, almost 4 years now. And I know some of you said you've started from a basement. Well, we started from a living room, okay? We didn't have a basement just yet then. And we've been working extremely hard to get where we are. We've, in the past 2 years, we've achieved the Better Business Bureau Finalist Awards, which was fantastic. And now we get to achieve this, which is so incredible. It just feels like I'm, you know, winning an Oscar here. I couldn't have done without this guy here. And obviously my staff, one of my staff is here. I can't thank all of you enough from London Chamber of Commerce and anyone behind us who has helped us along the way. We've been given so much advice. So please, those of you who have large businesses, share with us, the smaller guys, okay? In the end, we might help you out. And again, thank you so much to everybody. Do you have anything to add? This is so exciting.
Really quick before she sends me to the doghouse. We're very, very humbled to be amongst the candidates. It is an extremely competitive year, and we are familiar with a lot of the businesses that are our fellow nominees. We're just extremely privileged to be amongst them in recognizing. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, Loretta from Gordon School Jewelers. We've been here before and are so honored to be back here once again as a finalist. One thing that I wanted to share with you is something that people remark about our store is that they didn't know that we have 3 award-winning jewelry designers in our store. And these are young people that have won awards across Canada for their jewelry designs. And furthermore, I wanted to share with you that Gordon School Jewelers has a zero tolerance policy for conflict diamonds. And we adhere to the strictest standards of ethical business practices and highest professional business ethics in the jewelry industry. Additionally, I just wanted to say that while you were possibly on a trip to Hong Kong, you may have picked up an issue of Rob Report and saw that you could come home to a business that was exhibited as a part of the article in the Rob Report and come home to London, Ontario to say, I can go to this store that is shown in the Rob Report. So it just kind of shows how Gordon School is an industry leader. And thank you very much. And I also wanted to say congratulations to all of those finalists in our category, as well as the rest of the room. It's really remarkable to be standing there.
Do you want to do the diamond samples now or after?
Well, let's take a look. Thank you.
So on behalf of TBK Creative, I want to, we're very honored and grateful to be here and to celebrate this award with a lot of great companies. It's wonderful to hear your stories. For those that may not be aware, TBK Creative is a web design and digital marketing agency. When asked what has contributed to our company's success, as many of you would probably agree, the web has become very instrumental in the last few years in a brand's overall success. So something that we recognized a few years ago is that what companies really aren't looking for is just another website or digital marketing strategy. That's just another expense. What companies really want is a website and a digital marketing solution that makes them a formidable leader online and grows their revenue. And so knowing that, after we kind of recognized that years ago, we started to focus on what could we do to attract the talent, to build the processes, and to develop the expertise to produce some of Canada's highest quality web design and digital marketing solutions. This is evidenced in Consumer Choice Award naming TBK Creative as top web design provider in London, Ontario in 2016, and it's further evidenced by our great clients. We work with some of just wonderful iconic brands in Southwestern Ontario, including 3M Canada, Danby Appliances, Jiffy Lube Ontario. We manage the digital marketing for all 60 of the Jiffy Lubes across Ontario, and the revenues are up. And Learners, we're working with Ian and the team, and we're in the process of finishing the Learners website, and that's going to be going live in the second quarter of this year. So it's been that focus on quality that has helped our company succeed. So again, on behalf of TBK Creative, we're grateful and honored to be here, and we wish all your businesses success in March and in the years ahead. Thank you.
We're so thrilled to be finalists for this award, but we did just talk to our management team. We have our general manager, Ashley, and our sales and product manager, Dee, here, and we said whether we win or lose this year, we are going to be competing in the large category next year. So we're putting this out there. We didn't see any women in those medium and large categories. One of the unique things about Tiny Devotions is I actually went to law school, and a few weeks into law school, to the horror of my parents, I told them I'm going to finish, but there's no way this is what I'm doing, and I'm meant to be an entrepreneur. Tiny Devotions was started 5 years ago. It's a women's run and managed company that is now a 7-figure company that we're going to be 8 figures in the next 3 years. We're worn by celebrities all around the world, including Alyssa Milano. We're featured in high-end publications, including Teen Vogue, and we have almost 300 retail partners, even though e-commerce is our kind of main channel. So what we do is we sell mala beads and yoga-inspired accessories. I got to spend some time with Chip Wilson, the founder of Lululemon, and he definitely was a spark in finding this niche in this industry. But thank you so much again for the nominee, and best of luck to all the candidates. And it's been so amazing to hear all these inspiring stories, and really I think it's upped my drive to build Tiny Devotions to be even a bigger, better company. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to the London Chamber of Commerce and to the nomination committee. Exeter Produce is very proud to be up here. We come from humble beginnings. We're 4th generation vegetable growing company up in Exeter. We're happy to celebrate our 65th year in business this year. I read an interesting article in one of our produce publications the other day, and it said that according to Food Banks Canada, since 2008, since the recession, 26% more people were dependent on food banks. It also stated that 800 Canadian food banks last year distributed 200 million pounds of food to 850,000 Canadians. I'm honored to say that Exeter Produce, in the last 3 years, donated over 800,000 pounds to London and surrounding food banks.
Hi everyone, it's a great honor to be standing here in front of you guys. Hemans is an immigrant story. I'm 3rd generation. In 1958, my grandparents, they got on a boat from Holland, and they moved to the London area, and after moving all around Ontario, there was something about London that just called to them, so they moved back in 1963, and they bought our current location. There was a half-acre patch of strawberries and a cow. And as my wife is very happy, with Dutch people you can either put up greenhouses or do dairy, and my wife from Toronto is very happy that we went with the strawberries, and because it's a little bit nicer for us. But it's an honor to be here and to be representing the agribusiness in the London area. I want to thank the Chamber of Commerce for creating this category. I think that agriculture is a very important backbone of the economy in Canada. And I'm very pleased to be representing it here. Be remiss, my mother is there, Florence, and my Aunt Rita at the back hiding out. but we are a family business, and we're in your fridge, or probably freezer at this point, for strawberries and also flowers. I can say that the weather is good for strawberries, and we'll see you guys in May for flowers. Thank you once again, and have a great night.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here representing all the employees of McCormick Canada, and you probably know us more as those iconic brands of Clubhouse and McCormick and Billy B. And our mission in life and in Canada is really simple. We're going to save you from boring food. Okay. We're all successful companies, otherwise we wouldn't be standing here this evening. So congratulations to everyone. And I was just thinking a few minutes ago, over 40 years ago I sat in a Biz 20 class up at Western and learning about business. Now, one thing I learned at that time that still holds true today, which I think ties into this award very, very well, is that business is like a three-legged stool. Assuming you've got a successful business, happy consumers and customers, the three legs represent the stakeholders that you need to be concerned about. Employees, shareholders, and the communities that you work and play in. And this award, in addition to recognizing all green efforts and sustainability efforts, also looks at what you do in terms of the community. And just as one example to show you the spirit that's at McCormick Canada, this year we'll recognize, or will be the 49th year that we hold what we call C-Day. And C-Day stands for Charity Day, where we ask our employees, they volunteer, come in and work on a Saturday, kind of have fun that day. It's not all work, but they're there to get paid that day. They in turn donate that money, the company matches that money, and the employee group decides where those funds are going to go in the community. And each year it's a different charity. So regardless of the size of your organization, that's something so simple that you can easily embed into the culture of your organization, and in a very meaningful way start being even more socially responsible. So thank you everyone for recognizing us for this. We are just delighted to be here. Thanks.
We're honored to be in a category with McCormick Canada. We're honored to stand in front of you, all the greatness within the London business community. On behalf of all my partners, Gord Hart, John Harkins, Carson Oudman, John Sabert. I'm also here with Scott Murphy, our controller and business manager. We believe in corporate responsibility. It's funny because we just got back from Scottsdale and the motivational speaker spoke about, he was talking about people building their business, and he says, instead of being a getter, you got to be a giver. And we decided, 1999, to give 1% of revenue to revenue number to local charities. And when it started out with $600,000 of revenue, it was just a little number. But when you hit $7 million of revenue, it becomes a very big number. And that number, you know, you look at the checks and you see them going out, and it just makes you more and more proud to be members of our house. So thanks very much for the nomination.
Well, ooh, what a crowd. Good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Weinman. I'm the CEO of Studio H Artist Group and Medical Skin Studio here in London. I couldn't tell you how excited I am to be in this category. This category is very, very dear to my personal heart and to my mission that my team that I represent tonight of 10, the perfect 10, who are obviously back in the salon because Thursday is the busiest day of the week. But I wanted to say that environmental leadership is really something that the beauty industry in my world for the last 3.5 decades, now you know my age, hasn't been sustainably responsible in my view. So about halfway through my career, back 15 years ago, I really felt that there was a strong problem with the health of the hairstylist and the estheticians. And I helped become part of a team called Green Circle Salons. And I'm proud to say that London, who has more salons per capita than any other city in Canada, if you want to know how many, we have over 800 salons and spas. And so because it's easy to live in this beautiful city and open a business, we have many, but we haven't been environmentally responsible until the last few years. So what we've done at Green Circle Salons, and I'm a Canadian ambassador, I'm actually a celebrity hairstylist, so I have a little bit of a voice in the community, and I'm a spokesperson for L'Oreal Canada. So I'm able to be on stages all over the world. I've won global awards in front of thousands and thousands of people, but you are my neighbors, and you're my business neighbors, and that makes me excited because I think that it's time to get some messages out to some people that count. So what we've done in salons to be environmentally responsible is we've taken and stopped putting hair color and toxins down our drains. We've recycled our hair, every trimmed hair, gentlemen and ladies, and have repurposed it to one source or another. One of the sources is the environment, giving back to greenhouses and landscaping. Another source is giving to build furniture that's stronger than fiberglass. And a third one is to recycle, that I'm, as an artist, very personally involved in, is recreating hair pieces and helping others from Mongolia who cut their hair so that they can pay for their school. And then we create in an artistic form through fashion shows in various communities. One of our community charities is Marymount Family Crisis Center. Studio H Artist Group supports a bed there, and we give back by making sure that the community sees that we touch the lives. One of the things you might know about your artist that does your hair or your skin is they touch you. So we have a very strong impact in the community, and I'm representing not only my salon, but one salon at a time around the world. Thank you for having us.
Well, first of all, I'm glad there's not 800 furniture stores in this city. I'm in trouble. I'm Andrew Tepperman. I'm the president of Tepperman's. I'm here with our CFO, Mike Warben. Even though our head office is based in Windsor, Ontario, our first sale ever was by my grandfather in London in 1925 when he came over from Europe. And this has been a great city for us. We purchased Patton's in 1987, and unlike a lot of probably national retailers out there, we have really focused on London, specifically with the community. It's one of our values, and and this award, environmentalism, kind of links in with that as well. Over the years, we've sold everything at Tepperman's. We've sold toys, we've sold lawnmowers, we've sold records, we've sold live birds. Live birds did not go well. That lasted about a year. And we're sticking with furniture, appliances, electronics, and bedding right now. That's it. About a year ago, my brother and I went to the US to learn how to develop a vision for a company. And we came back with a great vision for 2025. And within that vision, we have 6 guiding principles. And one of those guiding principles is environmental sustainability. So it's really meaningful to even be honored for this award. It's not something that's on our wall at Tepperman's. It's part of our mindset. It's part of the strategic plans of every department in our organization. We believe that we want to run a successful business, but it feels good when you can run it this way, with environmentalism as part of your foundation. We believe that we can leverage it to impact our staff. We believe our staff really believe in what we're doing, and we hope that the consumers out there will see what we're doing as well. And this type of award really helps us get that message out to London. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all the nominees as well. Thank you.
Thank you all so very much for this incredible honor, and I'm so happy to be able to stand here and represent Big Viking Games. For those of you who don't know who we are, we're a social and mobile gaming company established here in London, Ontario, and we make games for players all across the world. One of our games actually has 285 million registered players, so it's a great honor for us to be able to service people all across this great planet and to be doing it here from London, Ontario. So 4 years ago we were started here with 4 employees and have now grown to 100 people in just 4 years, and we think that's due to the culture that we were able to maintain and build here locally. So this particular nomination is super, super close to our hearts, so thank you so very much for this.
Actually, funny story about that. When I first started and I was explaining to my friends what voice.com was, they said, oh, so you're kind of famous. And I was like, no, we don't do the voiceovers, I'm in HR. So thank you again to the Chamber. This is our second time here. The whole process itself is very exciting and very fun. So thank you for having us. Always a pleasure. If you're wondering what voices.com does, we connect voiceover talent with businesses looking to hire voiceovers for their projects. One interesting thing about us that I think we can all relate to, regardless of age or CPP collections, I have a couple more years to go, we actually were able to voice the, actually this kind of relates to Big Viking Games in a way too, the Princess Peach, Luigi, Mario, and I think it was Bowser for one of the Nintendo games, which was really interesting and neat for us. So thank you again, and good luck to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Digital Extremes is one of Canada's oldest and largest independent game developers for Xbox, PlayStation, and console. It's an honor for me to be here to accept this plaque on behalf of the creative staff at Digital Extremes, and it's also an honor for us to be a part of such a distinguished group of London businesses. Thank you very much.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to point out my business partner, Rob McDermott, in the back. Rob's from London, has been part of the London business community for 20 years. I actually come from Kitchener, Kitchener-Waterloo, and I have a number of interests in software companies, technology businesses there. So it's sort of interesting for me because we sort of think of Kitchener-Waterloo in our myopic way as center ice for technology in Canada. But it's really been fun to come to London and see the breadth of technology businesses that are happening here, so we're very proud to be part of that. So Media Sonar, our technology gives law enforcement, public safety organizations the ability to capture and analyze online and social media data to ultimately help them figure out who did what, where in the online world. On the technology side, well, first of all, I'll say we have already in 2 short years have some of the largest law enforcement agencies in North America. We have the 4th largest law enforcement agency, LA County Sheriff. We have cities like Sacramento and Toronto and Tampa Bay, FBI, a lot of these great organizations using our stuff in 2 years already. On the technology side, it's very cool. We have a lot of great big data stuff that we do. We've actually captured and we store 1 billion already pieces of social media that they can analyze and use, which is incredible. We do a bunch of machine learning and algorithms and artificial intelligence in the background to be able to help them predict crimes and deal with things in advance before they occur. It's really cool stuff. But the really neat stuff is the outcomes of our customers. And I'll just give you a couple briefly. Mesa Police Department was working on a child sex predator case for 6 months, and they had a pretty good sense of who this guy was in the online world, but they couldn't connect him to the physical world where they could actually place an arrest. And they brought in the guy in Mesa that was using our product, and they were able to use our product and get a Latin long, which corresponded to a house where this guy was tweeting from, and they got a search warrant, arrested him, and he's now in jail. We had a sheriff in a little place in Louisiana. In the United States, they have school resource officers as part of police departments. We don't really have that in Canada, but he was monitoring schools, and he found some posts from a girl, a young girl that was cutting herself and contemplating suicide, and this was his area to monitor these kids, and went to the person's house, the girl's house, because again, through our product, was able to find these posts, geolocate them, went to the house, talked to the mother was oblivious, the daughter was covering the cuts up with bandanas on our wrist, the mother had no clue. They got that girl help, and he called us and said that he thinks the first time he used our product that he may have saved the girl's life. Wow. That is the stuff that makes us want to come to work every day. Thank you.